Be rolling. And it starts in 3, 2, 1. Coming up on TMS, healing and limping and tall building.
How about some pizza, America?
What flavor is your Pringle water?
Do you want dead animal with your meal?
Answer your damn texts.
Major spoilers and Trek Nerd and more on this episode of The Morning Stream.
We'll only air episodes involving whales and really big sea creatures.
Isn't that every episode?
I could host on location from the Caribbean with a few humpbacks, maybe a giant seahorse.
That's ridiculous!
Somebody left this thing behind, so I stashed it here.
This is the Morning Squeerini.
All right. Hey, everybody. Sorry, I got to figure something out. Somehow, Jackie Chan played in that, and I don't know how. Okay, all right, we're going to test something real quick here on the morning stream, okay?
Sounds good, okay.
Before I introduce everybody. All right, I'm going to click this.
We'll only air episodes involving whales and really big
Somebody
sea
left this thing
creatures.
behind.
Okay, it's not doing it now. That was
No,
weird.
but it played a different extra clip though.
No, that was me. I did that on purpose because those would have been the two follow-ups. So if I play this, hold on. Gosh dang it.
We'll only air episodes
Okay, at the end
involving
of it.
whales.
That's ridiculous!
Okay, then right then Jackie Chan cued in when I played this.
Somebody left this thing behind, so I stashed it here.
Okay, where did Jackie Chan come from? I pushed no other buttons. Oh my gosh, that's the weirdest freaking thing. All right, well, whatever. It is what it is. And welcome to, hey everybody, welcome to the TMS. It's the TMS show with the stuff and the thing. It's me, Scott Johnson, him, Brian Ibbett. It's Monday, January 14th, 2019. And we're here for a Monday episode of the show. And welcome back, everybody, and welcome to our morning show. Hi, Brian.
Hi, I needed that. I was I don't know what it is, but this morning I've been dragging my butt almost like I don't know, just a feeling of malaise or something. Like there's all this stuff.
Yeah.
And the only way my body and my mind can deal with it is to just pretend it doesn't exist and
Well, Kim and
Close
I were just talking about the same thing yesterday. Just feeling a little
Really?
just kind of crappy. Not sick or anything, just kind of
right.
I don't know.
But
it's
could be sick. Like, at any moment I feel like I could be sick, but I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah. Like we're in the zone to feel ill, but we're not ill.
That's right. I'm going to be inviting it though tomorrow because Tristan's girlfriend's still in town, getting ready to head back later this week.
Yeah.
But she turned 21 last week while she's here.
Yeah.
And we said, well, let's take her out for her birthday. And because of Tina's travel last week, we decided this would be the week to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So we asked her where she'd like to go, and based on Tristan's recommendations, she decides she wants to go to Casa Bonita.
Oh my Lord! Really?
Yes.
How are they set up for the 21-year-old drinking there at the Casa Bonita?
They have margaritas and
they have spirits there.
They have spirits. They have cerveza and margaritas.
Yeah.
Echotes, pozole.
There's still people.
I feel like I'm doing all of a sudden I'm breaking into the Kenan Thompson Saturday Night Live skit where it's just basically him on Weekend Update as Big Papi, the baseball player, rattling off Spanish words.
Oh, right.
with a heavy accent.
I love when he does that. So hold on a second though.
Yeah.
Isn't this like bad food? This is a bad place to go. Okay.
It's very bad place, Jerry. It's just not great food, but the atmosphere is spectacular.
Okay.
it is unbelievable. Like if you came here to Denver for a visit, I feel like despite how bad the food is, we'd have to take you there. I mean, you had that place, you had a similar place there in Salt Lake City. I remember
Aztec
Mayan.
The Mayan. That's it. The Mayan. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
They have people jumping in pools and there's parrots everywhere and all that stuff.
That's what this is as well. But I feel like you'd have to experience it. Now, the food, the entrees, not so great. I can't remember the margaritas. I don't know if that means good or bad, but the the sopapillas are the best sopapillas I've ever had at any
Really?
restaurant ever.
Why do you think they nailed that? And nothing
I don't
else?
know. I mean, it is just fried dough.
Yeah.
It's, every culture has a fried dough, and so it's really not hard to mess up.
Yeah.
Might be one of the easiest foods to make.
That's true.
I'm just curious here. Hold on, wait. I'm in the Weight Watchers app here.
Yeah, let's see what
Sopapilla.
those are. Those have to be mega points, right?
Oh my god, I can't imagine that they're not.
They have to be.
Let's see.
They're dough, for heaven's sakes, and they're fried.
Yeah, so if they're really focused on. Okay, here we go. Sopapillas, 2 items, 3 points. That's not bad, but Taco Cabana sopapillas small. 1 order of Taco Cabana sopapillas, which we don't have Taco Cabana here, is 10 points. So I don't know if
Whoa. Is that like a basket
really
full of them, or what is that?
that's what I'm thinking. Like it's got to be 4 or 5 in there.
Yeah. I don't like the word sopapilla.
Oh, really? Because of
Yeah.
the soap?
No.
You feel like it's going to taste like Irish Spring?
I don't know why. It's just annoying to say. It's not even because it reminds me of anything. It's just sopapilla. It's just annoying to say. It's like laboratory or gymnasium. It's like that. I hate those words. Sopapilla.
So I'm looking to see. Looks like the Taco Cabana sopapillas order has like 5 of them in there. So,
Well, there you go.
yeah, so don't do that.
No, this isn't true, chat room. Chat room Jackalope, Ashley says, I don't like words in foreign languages. That's not true. I like lots of words in foreign languages. I don't like anything that sounds dumb, including those English ones I just mentioned. Like, someone somewhere, if you want to sit down with me and try to convince me that gymnasium is a cool word, that's going to take us all night. There's no way you're going to convince me that that's a cool word. Or the word...
You only think gymnasium is better than gym? Like, I'm going this morning to the gymnasium to do some...
I mean, yeah, people have shortened it to gym because it's easier and better to say, and so I'm fine with gym. But if anyone ever says, okay, class, we're meeting in the gymnasium at 4, it just sounds awful. Or doily. Doily's a good one. Are those clean doilies on that chair?
Doily. That's a word, and see, that's a word that I bet will die after a couple more generations.
Yeah,
like
probably.
I think that only people over 80 use the word doily anymore.
Yeah.
Make sure you put a doily underneath my candy dish.
Yeah, same with laboratory. When I was a kid, the teachers and the people in the hallway would say, do you need a hall pass to use the laboratory? I'm like, I just call it a bathroom. We don't have to call it a laboratory.
We used to shorten it to lav, too.
To
Can I
the
get a lab
lab.
pass? Lav. I got to go to the lav.
Oh. I also
I
don't
got
like
to go to the shitter. Can I get a shitter pass,
that I
please?
prefer. I prefer that one over all of them.
All right, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, Brian putting the swear jars in the swear bags, or putting the swear coins in the swear jar. Chat room, I know gymnasium has German roots. That doesn't matter. It's still used here for the word. And I'm telling you, it's not about the origin of the word. It is about how the word sounds. So I used to have a whole list of these. I don't remember them all now.
It used to be a thing. We used to have a thing on TMS here, the word of the day. Or
oh, yeah, it was a word of the day. And then it became kind of the thing of the day. And then we just kind of quit doing it. But it would be me ranting and complaining about a word. And there are plenty of them. I'm trying to think of another one here.
Webinar was a big one, I remember.
Oh, gosh, dude. See, and some of them are those kind of hybrid made-up words.
Yes.
I hate the word synergy. Hate it.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Moist is bad. Moisture is worse. Like if you go, can you believe the level of moisture we're having right now? This is an amazing time of year with all this moisture.
I like moisture better than moist. I don't know what it is. Like when the meteorologist says, all right, we're going to see a little bit of moisture in the afternoon. I like that better than, this afternoon things are going to get pretty moist.
All right. In that context, I'll give you that one. There's just something I can just hear some lady in her 60s going, oh, just love this moisture. Aren't you glad there's so much moisture? It's like, shut up.
Yeah, baby.
There's other words like, I know them when I see them. Like the minute I hear one, I go, oh, no, that's one of those. Like, I can't think of one now. So I'll come up with it later. But yeah, I hate words.
I'll bet, again, Jamie probably could come up with a mashup of those first dozen or several dozen episodes. I mean, we did that for several months.
Yeah.
The word of the day.
That's true.
I'll bet he'd come up with a mashup of all those words, one right after the other.
And I don't know if it's good to lump them in. Yeah, netcast. I do hate the term netcast.
Yeah, sorry, Leo.
Sorry, buddy. But I also understand why podcast is annoying, but it's kind of what we have. And there's a whole other category of people who shorten stuff like to pod, and I want to murder them as well.
Yes,
or verses to verse, or freaking
bros.
Bros
is another
brothers to bros. There's a period there, not because it's bros. It's
right,
brothers.
That's right. This reminds me of how Tristan's friend would always call it an aux cable. Hey, Brian, do you have an aux cable?
Oh, my kids
what
too.
Cable?
My kids too. AUX. They would pronounce AUX as aux. They would say it.
Aux.
Yeah, I put an end to that. I couldn't handle it. To be in the car
It's
going,
an
hey,
auxiliary cable, or you don't get one.
Yeah, hand me the aux cable, and I'd go, no, I'll hand you the 3.5 millimeter freaking stereo cable if you want it. Is that what you're looking for?
The exact opposite direction. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not letting you go anywhere near freaking aux cable. They quit doing it though. They don't do it anymore. So
nice.
I guess it works. Anyway, it's good to be here. Glad everybody could join us.
Yeah.
People have been asking how the dog's doing. I'll give you a quick update. She's stoned out of her mind.
Good.
Yeah.
As dogs should be.
They have her on like some kind of sedative tranquilizer thing twice a day. And so in the morning you give it to her, and then she's just a lazy freaking stoner all day. But it's good at night because she sleeps all night with the stoner medication, even with her cone on. But we've gotten to the point now where she doesn't need to wear the cone all day because we are mostly watching her, and she doesn't seem to be interested in licking that wound now. It seems to be healing to a point where she's not going near it. But it's also, we only do it when we keep an eye on her. So at night she wears the cone of shame. It's very sad. She's in a kennel in our room, but now the stoner medication makes her sleep, so she's doing much better. It's nasty looking because she's all shaved over there.
Yeah, I saw the video on I think Facebook this morning. Poor thing.
It's freaky. It's all just like this horrible peach skin, and then she's got this little gash with metal freaking stitches in it, metal staples in her thing. No, Boomer's a girl, lobster shaver. I don't know why you guys think she's a boy. I mean, Boomer. The Boomer she's named after was a boy in the old Battlestar Galactica, but in the new iteration of the show back in 04 through 09 or whatever it was a lady, so we named her after her. Anyway,
it was Grace Park.
Grace Park, very good. If you know what, turn on any random episode of Hawaii Five-0 and you're bound to see her.
Right? Yes.
There she is.
Exactly.
Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, so she's all good. Seems to be healing. Stuff's going fine. Today I was supposed to walk her, so I did, but all she did was hop on her other good leg. So I don't know what that was supposed to do. But we had basically 4 days of don't let her do anything, and now it's like take her out every day and get her start walking. So that she can start building up that muscle and stuff like that. So yeah, all healed and stoned. Today, I decided to do a little twofer. I took Rainer for a big, long walk, and then I came back and took Boomer for a short one. Took Rainer on the long one, and noticed something, Brian, and I cannot understand this to save my life.
All right, okay.
We got the public swimming pool there. It's a community one, so your HOA pays for it. So if you live here, you have a pass. Okay. And you can sometimes bring guests, but it's for people who live here. So it's this nice new pool. Got finished last year. Very nice. We like it a lot. Lots of adult space, lots of kid space. It's a good pool. It's what you want. Okay, so
wish we had that.
Yeah, it's a nice thing. And when there's a couple of these in this community, one's a little further. This one's nice because it's nice and close. When I walk the dog, I usually go around that pool. Well, I noticed today, brand new construction right next to the pool. So the way it is right now, there's a pool, then a community center, and then a school.
Okay.
The community center is like there's racquetball courts and like you have in a community center. It's that sort of stuff.
Is it part of the is it I don't want to say a clubhouse, but is it part of the pool center where you can, as a resident of that area, you can reserve the common room for a birthday party or things like that?
You could do that. Separate? Yeah, actually that's true. Yeah. You could do that if you wanted. I think it's just you just reserve it I don't even think you have to pay. I think you just if you live there, you can reserve it for a kid's party or something. Yeah. And they have a climbing wall and all that kind of crap in there. So it's a nice little setup. And on the other side of the pool, what they were supposed to put out there, we were told in the planning stages, was a bunch of open area park stuff, grass, some park benches, trees, stuff like that. whatever that's called. I haven't played SimCity in a while, so whatever that is. Beautification, freaking whatever it is. So
sure, right. It's that tab that you only use when there's a quest that requires it.
Yeah, because otherwise you're just like, how many buildings can I fit in this place?
Right, exactly.
Well, apparently
that doesn't make money.
Apparently they're playing this. They are playing the real life community like a game of SimCity and don't care about parks because now it's not a park. Now it's some townhomes. Now here's the part where I have a problem. I don't mind that they're townhomes. Who cares? It's just that these are those 4-story townhomes, and the pool right next to it has a fence, but the fence is only like this to me. So it's like, I don't know, 6.5 feet tall, 7 feet tall. Mm-hmm. Who in their right mind decided the good idea would be to have 4-story townhomes with giant decks on the tops where people could peer down and stare at a bunch of people, including little kids in their swimmies running around.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
Right next door, just like right there. And even if these ivory towers aren't full of pervs, the people down in the pool aren't going to like this. They're gonna. I don't want people up there looking at them while they're swimming and laying out and everything. That is so lame.
You'd have to have some sort of proof that you're not a pedophile to be able to get one of those upper level townhomes too. Like you got to be able to say, all right, here is a doctor's note saying that I'm. You know,
they'll probably go for more. It'll probably be more.
Drop
expensive.
inspection, a random inspection my house, whatever you need.
Can't have a record. Hard drives. Yeah, can't have a record. Can't have any of those things. But yeah, I
don't even know who Gary Glitter is. Just go ahead and.
Yeah, never even heard that guy's name. I know Bill Cosby, but those all adult people. Hey, and here's the other thing. These things are not cheap. They're like, I don't know, pushing $550,000, $600,000 for these townhomes. It's ridiculous. So they're very expensive. So the city, or I guess we're a city now. I don't know if we're a city yet, but we keep doing this. We keep like, we're going to have beautification plans and have a park for the whole family. And now they're like, nope, that's going out. Instead, we're going to make about $2 million and have people peering over your children as they try to swim. Congratulations.
People have been pointing out that when you stay at a hotel, it overlooks the pool usually, so it's not a.
Yeah, but the pool's not full of neighbor kids who live around there, and I don't know. It feels weird. It's weird, don't you think? Is it not weird? Am I up in the night? Maybe this is a me thing. Maybe I shouldn't think it's weird.
It might be a you thing, although yeah, I think it might be a you thing. I mean, they've got a. There can't be an ordinance that says, all right, we have a pool here. No buildings over 2 levels.
I don't know, man. It's right there where the kids' pool is. And maybe it's because I had 2 little girls or something, and I was always paranoid of this.
Oh, see, that would absolutely do it. You know what?
That made me paranoid when they were young. I would always be like, all right, who's over here? What's this guy doing? Who's that guy? Has he been here very long? What's that guy doing over there? Like I would always get super kind of freaked out in public.
Listen, there was a guy I worked with back in the the health and fitness section days.
Yeah.
Who on business trips, whether it was me, whether it was with even with the CEO, no matter who he was with, salesperson. By the way, after we get landed, grab some dinner, maybe go hit a strip club. That was like his thing. Always wanted to go to strip clubs. And then he had a daughter. And he never, ever wanted to go to a strip club ever again. It was that whole, like, thinking of, oh, that's somebody's daughter up there.
Yeah,
damn it.
Is. It's somebody's kid. That's how I think of stuff like that. It's hard for me.
Yeah.
But anyway, the chat room says, Sidian says, despite popular thought, pedophiles are quite rare. It's not my point. My point is, it's not my point. I'm not saying
identifiable pedophiles are rare.
Right. And also ask my sister just how rare they are. She has been in this counseling business for a long time, and she has talked to a nonstop stream of them. I don't think they're as rare as Sidian thinks. I think there's more of them out there than you'd like to know there, sir. I take umbrage with your statement.
A rare pedophile appears.
Yeah. throw a ball at it. Oh no, he escaped. Anyway, we'll ask her on the show, and that's fine. She'll tell you. She'll tell you what's up. Anyway, so that's a thing, and it annoyed me. And then the dog's doing fine. She's gonna heal up, and they're not. They still say she can't go up any stairs or jump off of stuff, and that's hard to stop her because she's got energy of a puppy and wants to do all sorts of puppy things, and it's kind of killing us. But she'll be okay. Thanks everybody for your thoughts and your kindness. The print thing that we did is now gone. That's no longer an option. So
over. It's done.
Yeah, done. Over. It's not even on the store anymore. So thanks everybody who supported it. And if you meant to and never did, well, it's too late. All right. Anything else? That's all we got. We got to call Dunaway.
That's all we got. Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Let's call Dunaway. Let's get a Dunaway in here.
There was some concern he wouldn't be here today, but it turns out he will be. And,
Yay.
That makes me happy and excited. Except that he's showing yellow, which could be a problem. And for some reason, your camera just went out, and I don't know why.
Oh, really? I'll re-enable it.
I don't know why. It's very, very odd. There it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I see you.
Muy bien.
Muy buen. Muy bueno.
Went to a restaurant called Super Mega Bien.
Oh, how was that?
It was really good. It is a Latin American restaurant, but they do dim sum. Like they bring stuff around on dim sum carts, it's a recipe for disaster. No pun intended. Because all right, you place your regular order. We had Crazy Neighbor and I shared lamb because our wives won't eat lamb, and then they shared duck. And a little half order for each of us. But then the dim sum carts roll out, especially that moment before your food comes, and you're like, oh, yeah, let's eat that. And how about one of those? And let's get one of those for the table, and da-da-da. And so you kind of ended up overdoing it that day. But the restaurant logo is SMB, and all I could think of is Super Mario Brothers.
Oh.
The whole time we were there.
Nice.
Let's go eat at Super Mario Brothers.
I like it. Hey, Dunaway, is that you I hear buzzing around?
That's me. I'm trying to do the thing.
Oh, good. Good. Here's this. Don't hold on. All right, we have on the line with us Brian Dunaway all the way from sunny South Carolina. Is it sunny? What's it like right now?
It's pretty chilly and overcast.
Oh, that's what you get down there. You get all kinds.
Yeah, we have all the seasons and all the weathers.
Yeah, that's good. Well, it's good to have you here. We're gonna play a little game with you here and see how things go. It's called Babble Royale, and you at home get to participate. 801-471-0462 is the number. You call in, we take your call, and ooh, there's one right there. Hi, you're on the air.
Don't call in yet.
Oh no, they already did. Hi, who's this?
Hey, this is Steve from Kentucky.
Hello, Steve from Texas. You say?
No, Kentucky.
Oh, what do you say? I couldn't hear it.
I can't tell. So Steve from
Chex Mix. What is it?
No, Steve from Kentucky. Is that better?
Kentucky's much better. Your phone. I think your phone was cutting out. All we heard was the Kentucky. That was really weird. It's good to have you here, Steve. And I will now.
Everybody in the chat room heard Kentucky. I don't know why we didn't hear Kentucky. I could not hear it.
Wow.
I didn't hear it at all. So that's if they heard it, then that means I'm really dumb because I hear everything they hear. But whatever. Brian Ibbett, would you explain to Steve in Kentucky how the game works and what he might win?
That's right. I'm going to be giving Scott and Brian Dunaway a topic, and they're going to go back and forth with answers for that topic. If one of them gives a wrong answer, or they repeat an answer, or they take too long to come up with an answer, the win is going to go to the other player. Your job is to predict who is going to come out on top based on the topic. Today, you are playing for a triple pack of Steam games, including Octodad, Dadliest Catch, World of Goo, and Mushroom 11. Hopefully you've played the first 10 Mushroom games, so you know what's going on.
What the hell is Mushroom 11? I have no idea what that is. Wow.
Mushroom 11.
Yeah.
All right, those are your prizes.
You know what? That's when Mario calls it quits and calls a cab about Mushroom 11. Right. Yeah.
Okay, I'm done.
I'm finished. I'm not getting any younger. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
So the topic today, let them start thinking about it while you tell me who you want to go first and who you want to win. This one comes to us from Jamie Crockett. You know, the heart of rock and roll is still beating, and from what I see, I believe him. Something barely breathing, but the heart of rock and roll is still beating. That's one of those lyrics that you kind of hum through. Well, the heart of rock and roll is still beating, and what I see is barely breathing. Yeah. Maybe one of the news can call us and let us know what they're singing there. But anyway, he mentioned 16 places in that list. Most of them are cities. A couple of them are places within cities, and so if you name one of the places within that city, I'll give it to you. But 16 places in that song, and I want you to name as many as you can. Steve, who do you think is going to win this Battle Royale?
What a random category.
It very much is, yes.
I will say Dunaway will win, and Scott can go first.
All right.
Okay.
New York, New York.
New York, New York. Yep. And there's no place that I'd rather be. There you go. Yes, that's, I think, the first one he names, too, as a matter of fact.
Right. Well, it makes sense. That's where the heart of rock and roll is, right? Is
Sure.
that how that goes?
Well, these are all places that, contain the heart of rock and roll.
Right. So, all right, okay. So, then I'm going to go with, we went with New York, then I'm going to go with the L.A.
L.A., absolutely. And it's something everyone should see, neon lights and the pretty, pretty girls all dressed so scantily. I'm going to also include Hollywood and Sunset Strip in this one because those are all part of L.A., basically.
Yeah, it goes L.A., Hollywood, and it's Sunset Strip.
Exactly.
There's places I would rather never be. I always remember it being kind of funny because he says Tulsa.
He does say Tulsa.
Yeah.
Yep. It's an offhand lyric, and he mentions a few other cities in that, so I'm not going to sing it to you, but he does begin that verse with Tulsa.
Yeah.
Right.
I used to listen to the sports album over and over. I think I'm actually going to do all right here. Keep going.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta head over to Detroit, Rock City, right? Detroit has got to be in the heart of rock and roll.
You'd think he'd
right?
mention Detroit, right? You'd think,
Right.
talking about rock and roll,
Yeah.
it is the last city he names.
Yeah.
But he does name it. It's the very very last non-chorus lyric that he says.
And he says it like that. He says Detroit like that. Like
Yes, exactly. It's not even part of a verse. He just says Detroit.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. He just yells it out. Yeah.
He does,
Oh yeah, Detroit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like he just remembered a city that he forgot to include.
Gosh, dang it. Probably
I only have one more, Scott. So don't use it.
Probably Seattle in
maybe
there.
I'll give you a little bit of hope too.
Yeah, maybe. Seattle.
What are you saying?
Seattle.
Seattle, like a little nod to. He was predicting grunge.
That's what I was thinking. That was before the grunge.
The,
era, right?
the American city that sounds like a drug. Seattle. I've always liked that.
He did accurately predict grunge in Seattle, and he did name it. So
Oh, well done. It was right around the corner. He had no idea. That's great.
that's right.
All right, Dunaway.
Done away.
Well, apparently I can only remember the end of the song because I kind of go da 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 da, and Cleveland's the only other place that that makes it into my mind.
Yes, as a matter of fact, when I first heard the song, and somebody else said this in the chat, Dice Tomato, I thought that the lyric was "The heart of rock and roll is in Cleveland," and from what I see, I believe him.
Not it?
Because the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is in Cleveland.
Right.
Rock and
And
roll
the
is in
heart of
Cleveland.
rock and roll is in Cleveland. It is the line he says right before Detroit.
All right.
Cleveland.
Oh, right. That's all coming back to me now. This is actually helping me.
Good.
I'll bet Austin's in there just because Austin's famous for music,
That
but I
makes
don't
sense.
actually
That makes
remember.
sense.
Sure, Rock and Roll City, 6th Street, and all those bars with live bands playing. Totally. It's he says that one, Austin,
All
on
right.
the list.
All right.
Lower State, New York. No.
Lower
Does that
state.
count?
No. it doesn't.
You said places too. It could be places or states and that kind of stuff,
Well,
right?
Hollywood and Sunset Strip were the only. I take that
Right.
back. He uses a nickname for another city, but I'll accept either.
Oh.
Nah.
I know
Come on,
what- I know what that one
most
is.
cities have nicknames, so that's not going to
Right.
help you too much.
It
Yeah,
actually
I can't.
helps me. Go ahead.
Oh, does
Really?
it?
Yeah. Well, it helps me. It reminded me of one that I forgot about. Go ahead, Dunaway.
I'm kind of just at the end here. I don't know. How about Atlanta? They rock, right?
They do rock. However, the heart of rock and roll is not in Atlanta.
It's in
There's no
Athens.
way you can put Atlanta in the song. I can't even hear it in the song when I'm trying to fake it.
Can
I
I-
can't think of any place else.
Can I guess the nickname I was thinking?
Yeah, totally.
Liberty Town.
Yes, yeah. He.
I don't actually know what that stands for, though. I don't know what it stands for because he doesn't say.
The Philadelphia.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, because the Liberty Bell and everything.
Yeah, that's the way I've always translated it. However, there is a Liberty Town, Virginia. I don't think the heart of rock and roll is in Liberty Town, Virginia, because I don't even think there's a McDonald's in Liberty Town, Virginia.
Oh, well, actually, that may be all they have, and there's no rock and roll in there. Yeah.
Here's the rest of them. You got New York, LA, Hollywood, Sunset Strip, DC, San Antonio, and the Liberty Town, Boston, and a
Baton Rouge. Tulsa, Austin, Oklahoma City, San
Seattle,
Francisco.
San Francisco.
Wow, you guys listen to this song way more than me.
It's so
I got
good.
it peripherally. I don't think I ever really.
I love that album.
Sit down.
I listened to that
Yeah,
thing. I want
that
a
is
new
such a
drug.
great album.
All that
It
stuff.
is a good album.
Yeah, I mean, it was super popular as well, so it got overplayed, but I loved it. And then Back in Time is a great song that wasn't there, but it was on the Back to the Future
Back to the
soundtrack.
Future soundtrack. Yep.
Why
Yeah.
didn't you say that in the beginning?
Well, listen, you got to go with your guts there, buddy. So I'm going to play one of these for you,
Oh,
no.
and we'll see you later. Our best to all Kentuckians. And congratulations for winning or not winning.
No, not
Congratulations
winning.
to me for
Congratulations
winning.
for not winning.
Yeah. Wednesday, we'll give it another shot. We'll see if somebody else can do it. These prizes and more, because they get added upon. And thanks, Stephen, for trying. We'll get somebody else on Wednesday and see how it goes. Hey, Brian Dunaway, I don't think there's a boop today, is there? Because you got
I
stuff.
don't think we're. I've got office issues, so I'm going to take care of. So yeah.
Not today, but here's what I'm going to do instead, just for funsies. Tune in at 3 when we normally do it, and I'll stream something. I'll play something. I don't know what yet. It won't be more Resident Evil. That's for tomorrow. But something else I got that's new. So there'll be a reason to stick around and hang on the stream. But Brian's got a pile of hoopty he's got to get through. And we'll
Pile of hoopties.
Yes.
A pile of hoopty.
Pile of hoopty, everybody. Brian Dunaway, the Brian Dunaway on Twitter. Have a fantastic day.
I love you guys.
See you, Brian.
Bye. Oh, he loves us,
Don't
he
forget,
says.
you can do your live stream, but don't forget we have to give somebody the axe later on America's Next Top Podcast.
Oh, yeah, at 5. What time is that?
5:30.
Oh, yes, perfect.
Yeah.
That's easy time.
You
to
got
do.
time. You got time to play a little game, eat a little food, and
Have I supposed to have listened to a thing? by
yeah,
now?
you're supposed to listen to the 3 things that I sent you.
Did you send them in the? Where was it? In the doc or something?
I sent you both an invitation to the Google Calendar
Oh,
and
submissions
I
and
sent you a separate email
judging.
with a
Oh.
Dropbox link. Both of them have the Dropbox link containing the 3.
I
entries
don't
for this
check
week.
email on Sundays. Are you kidding me? This is
I know. You would have eventually gotten to it, I'm sure, but
23 hours ago. Yeah, I probably should have checked it this morning.
that's all right. They're
All right.
10 minutes long.
Yeah,
Take
easy.
notes.
Easy
You'll love
peasy.
'em.
Easy peasy. Not a problem. I'll take notes. I'll very much know if I like them or not. I'm very excited. It's gonna be fun.
Good.
And none of that's live, right? We don't have to tell people.
None of it's live. Nope. Hammond is doing some amazing. So I've already heard show 0, which is basically introduce the judges and the contestants, and very, very shortly we're going to be able to start the feed on this one. But his editing on the first one is fantastic. I can't wait to hear what he does with a quote-unquote real show, and that's going to define when we can start the feed. When we
Okay.
start putting them on the feed.
Oh, that makes sense. Like Bill O'Reilly once said, "We'll do it in post."
That's right. Exactly.
Hey, let's do the news now. I like that idea a lot.
I like it a lot.
It begins with this.
This is your radio newscaster with another exclusive sensational summary of world and local events.
It's the news brought to you by.
Brought to you by a brand new episode of Soundography. Hey, what's your name? Who's your daddy? Is he rich? Is he rich like me? That is, of course, time of the season by the Zombies. The Zombies are focused on that episode of Soundography, just posted to soundography.com this morning. Go check it out. I'll bet you know a lot more Zombies songs than you think you do, because it is the time of the season for loving.
Yeah. I know the Cranberry Zombie. I know White Zombie. I know Rob Zombie from White
Right,
Zombie.
none of those are the actual zombies that we're talking about.
I should
Not
check-
Walking Dead, not World War Z.
I should check in to it and see, because then I'll learn a little something about music I haven't listened
Yes,
to. I don't know that I've ever
exactly.
heard any zombie songs. I probably have, like you said, but I
You
just
have.
don't know.
What's your name? Who's your daddy?
Oh.
Is he rich? Is he rich like me? You know that one.
Are they still around?
And please don't bother trying to find her. She's not there.
Oh, that's
Let
a
me
good
tell you
song.
about the way she looks, the way she is. Yeah, you know that one too. You know a lot of, quite a few of their songs.
Are
I'm
they
sure.
alive? Are they still around, kicking it, or no?
Many of the zombies are still not only kicking it, but still probably touring as the zombies in Branson, Missouri.
Well, in theory, they should all be alive. They're zombies, for hell's sakes.
Oh, well, actually, yeah, they should be as alive as they ever were.
Yeah, they should be undead, I suppose, is what I'm
Which
trying
is to say, yeah, exactly.
whatever that is. All right, hey, check it out. Canada. We got to thank Canada one more time. Check this out. Canada air traffic controllers sent pizza to their U.S. counterparts affected by the shutdown. As you may know, the shutdown has affected a bunch of air travel stuff, including TSA pay and other things.
The bad news is they were all smothered with gravy.
Ooh, wait, is that bad news? That sounds all right. I'd eat
Actually,
that.
it does sound all right, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'd eat that. I'd regret it, but I'd do it. It says here, Canadian air traffic controllers have been sending more than just radio signals across the border this weekend. They ordered hundreds of pizzas for their American counterparts, working without pay due to the ongoing U.S. government shutdown, a.k.a. Orange Ego. That's what we're calling it, Operation Orange Ego. That's
Orange Ego? That's great.
Peter Duffy, president of the Canadian Air Traffic Control Association, or the CATCA, said the controllers are looking for a way to help American controllers as they face their first payday with no pay on Friday. On Thursday, one of the CATCA control centers in Edmonton, Alberta, had the idea of sending a bunch of pizzas to the controllers in Anchorage, Alaska. The units are so close that they regularly interact, and the Canadian controllers thought it would be a nice gesture of solidarity. I would agree. By the way, one of these things this article taught me, is that nobody in the air traffic controller business wears anything but the dirtiest jeans and crappiest shirts. Have you noticed that?
Every day is casual Friday in the air traffic control.
Yeah. Like nobody, look at her. She just woke up, I'm sure, and that's like her jammies.
But she's wearing the Vancouver t-shirt. Are we looking at Canada, the United States here?
Oh, good point. Did they
they're
get
in
pizza
Portland,
for
Maine.
themselves? Oh, they're from Maine. Okay, but she has a Vancouver shirt. But look at
Well,
that.
what would oh, yeah, look at the second photo.
Yeah, they're just all hanging out like you and I might at Nerdtacular on a Friday. Like,
well, what do you want them like in a suit?
I don't know. I don't know what I thought this would be like. I guess I thought air traffic was, like guys in ties and mustaches going, Air 51, we got a problem with the easterly freaking blowing hoo-ha. Let's get the upper 5 and the 5x9. Like, I thought it would be a little bit more like, I don't know.
It is funny how every single photo shows people kind of in schlubby outfits.
Yeah, and maybe it's because they're not getting paid and this is like a quiet protest a little bit. Maybe they're just like, you're not
kind of always wearing this.
They're always like this?
I'll bet.
Does that make any difference to you if you're in a plane? You don't care?
I don't care. No, I want I want my air traffic controller to wear whatever they want to wear so that they're comfortable. I don't want them to have their tie like, oh, this tie is so uncomfortable. Oh, shoot, I just missed the Southwest Flight 9110 Niner.
Yeah. It just seems like every time they depict this in movies, TV, or otherwise.
They're always in, right. Like, it's always
short sleeve work shirts
short
and a
sleeve
tie.
White shirts. Yeah, right. Like, yeah, exactly.
A tie, a pocket protector full of stuff. Usually have really thick glasses and like a mustache, and they're sort of receding. Like, I know this. The stereotype is
United
right there.
415, can you hear me? United 415. Oceanic 415, can you hear me?
Exactly. Yeah, NASA uniforms. That's what we're saying. Like that. Like a NASA guy is what I picture.
You want that. That's what you want.
Yeah, instead there's a Seattle Seahawks guy who's like, probably should not eat that pizza. I don't know. Who am I to judge? This sounds like a stressful job. Maybe they just need to be as chill as possible.
I guess it was 8:15. Oceanic Flight 815. Oceanic Flight 815. Can you hear me?
Right, from Lost.
Uh-huh.
That didn't work out well for them.
It did not.
No. Wonder if anyone got fired.
But I don't blame the traffic controllers. I blame Ben Linus.
Oh, Ben Linus. I forgot about Ben Linus.
Ben Linus.
Freaking Ben Linus.
Ben Linus.
I haven't heard that name in a while. That's funny. Rusty Nail says, have you seen a NASA control room lately? It looks like a college dorm. Well, I watched one the other night where they were sending something to Venus or Jupiter or something, some probe, and everybody at least had the same blue NASA T-shirts on, and like gray slacks or something. But they all looked.
It's the one where the you had the two people who were had like some little dance even going where they're like slapping hands and
because they were
shimmying
excited.
stuff.
They got their thing done. They accomplished whatever goal they were doing.
Yeah, they're wearing khakis and the matching purple shirts.
Yeah, shouldn't that be the way?
Look at this. Yeah, right here. Here's putting it in our Discord. Right there is our.
Right. Let's take a look.
Look at that video right there.
All right, I'm looking.
All
at
matching NASA shirts.
Oh yeah, look at this. Wait. For some reason, that's kidnapped survivor Elizabeth Smart. Oh, here it is. Oh yeah, look at that chat room. Look. See, Brian's right. Look at them all going, yeah. They're all wearing matching
burgundy
button downs even.
Burgundy button downs.
Burgundy button downs. I love those guys. They are so good.
Look at like you see the big crowd photo. There's like 40 of them in there.
I love the burgundy button downs. I wish they were still
Burgundy
performing.
button downs.
You play. I'll do a request later. I'd like to hear a song by the Burgundy Button Downs if you don't mind.
Sure.
Yeah, look at them all. Woo! We did it, you guys. Look at our cool shirts we got. We're not like the bums up in the air traffic controllers in Anchorage. Look at us. There's a couple of beards. There
right. Yeah.
Good job. Good job, NASA. You've done it again. Let's see here. Hey.
Russian space station sent frozen poop to NASA in honor of government shutdown. We sent frozen poop your way. Enjoy.
You will like it. It is our
frozen poop meteor.
A woman has been banned from Walmart. This is nothing new usually, but there's the best part. Because she was riding her cart. I assume that means riding it, not pushing it, but just like riding on it, while drinking wine from a Pringles can. This according to police.
This is, I'm assuming, riding cart. I'm guessing, yeah, it's one of the electric carts, like the Little Rascals. Not the Little Rascals, but like one of those rascals.
Yeah, I'm into that. That's even better. One of those stupid little motorized things. Police were called to a Texas Walmart after a woman reportedly was drinking wine from a Pringles can and riding an electric cart in the parking lot. Officers responded to a call around 9 a.m. about a suspicious person in the store's parking lot.
This is a delicious sour cream and ranch Merlot. Chunky.
I was going to ask you if you had a flavor preference, if you're going to put wine in one of those.
I guess sour cream and ranch isn't a flavor. It's usually sour cream and chives or ranch.
Yeah, they're usually separate.
Do one that's sour cream and ranch.
No, I want. They have that. They have the pizza flavored or the cheeseburger flavored.
Yeah,
do something like that just to make it worse.
I don't think I like any of the I like the norm. As far as my Pringles flavor, I like the norm. But when I'm getting chips, I like salt and vinegar or.
You like to mix it up.
There's a jalapeno one that. Is it Marie's chips? I don't know. Oh man, I haven't had chips in such a long time.
Get those points, baby.
I know. You know, what I could really go for is a turkey unwich from Jimmy John's.
Oh,
it's one of those turkey sandwiches, but it's wrapped in a big old lettuce leaf.
Yeah. Just hope it isn't like what's the stuff that had disease in it recently?
Oh, and it was romaine lettuce.
Romaine, yeah.
They use iceberg for the unwiches.
You know, the problem with romaine, here's your problem. You know why romaine keeps coming up with these problems, and it's not the first time. It keeps happening. I'll tell you why. I know why. Because romaine's all like got little crevices and stuff and little butt cracks everywhere on it. It's like a constant like little maze.
Right. It can't be washed. It honestly cannot be washed.
No, you can try as hard as you want, and it's all going to get in there and stay in there. That's the worst lettuce. I hate it.
All right, check this out. Jimmy John's Unwich Lettuce Wrap, number 4, Turkey Tom. If you get it with no mayo, 0 points.
With no mayo.
I can eat those all day.
Just nonstop eating those?
Just nonstop. Give me
Wow.
And have take the mayo off and put on mustard. Mustard is a 0-point condiment, so
I like mustard. Would you hey, how about a can of tuna without anything added to it? Is that on your list?
Sodium. Let's see.
Because I ate that yesterday.
Let's go chicken of the sea in honor of Jessica Simpson.
I was like Christopher on District 9 with that can of tuna, dude. I was into
it. Chicken of the sea tuna albacore, solid white in water, 0 points.
Oh, I'll do more of that today then.
There you go. Same with the pink salmon or the sea chunk light tuna in water.
Sea chunk?
Tuna water.
Sea chunk? That sounds terrible.
Sea chunk, it really does. I guess it's chicken of the sea, chunk light tuna in water.
Okay,
I just put the break in the wrong place.
Yeah, a little extra mercury in there. I am a big fan of just some tuna sometimes. I just need. I don't want big sloppy sandwich like my mom made. I don't mean like that with all the goop in it. I just want some tuna. Cut up some pickles in there. Mix it all up. A little mustard maybe.
There you go.
Oh, get some good cracker type units to put that on.
That sounds so good. Yeah. All right.
Anyway, this woman got banned. The caller said the woman had been riding around the store in the parking lot since 6 a.m. drinking wine from a potato chip can. So she has been banned from Walmart. No longer can she be there. She's out. They can do that.
Drinking wine from a potato chip can really sounds like a song lyric.
Yeah.
Drinking wine from a potato chip can.
It's one of those famous songs from, what's that fake band I said earlier?
The Burgundy Button Downs.
Yeah, the Burgundy Button Downs. What the...
There goes Ethel just as fast as she can, drinking wine from a potato chip can, driving around the Walmart lot. The rascal that she just bought.
Yeah. Bring back Lilith Fair, one of those things. One of those tours. That'll be perfect for them.
Love it.
All right.
Good old Burgundy Button Downs.
Somebody put Burgundy Button Downs in some form in the titles today because I
think it is.
Okay.
It's got to be already. Yeah.
I really like how it sounds. All right, we're going to take a break and save these other two for tomorrow. When we come back, our good buddy Stephen K. Schleicher will be here to talk about stuff and things. So we're looking forward to that. Also, Daryl's here today, and we actually have some Trek news, so that'll be fun. Yeah. Before all of that, though, a song served up hot by the capable chef hands of Brian Ibbett.
Let's go up to Hamilton, Canada. Hamilton, Ontario, right? Hamilton, Ontario?
Yeah, that city's not going to waste its shot.
It's not going to waste its shot. It's also not going to send pizza to anybody else.
No.
They're a little bit stingy in Hamilton. However, one person, a guy named Ricardo Temporo, performs as the band Brutus Begins, or performs under the name Brutus Begins. He is a psych folk artist, uses both sounds from nature, sampled and processed, with acoustic instruments and synthesizers to create a sonic landscape that blurs the lines between the real and the reconstructed. This is really, really good stuff. The brand new album is called The Nothing Here. Here's Brutus Begins with Feed Me a Heart.
All right, we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Priority 1 transmission from headquarters, Captain Global. Armor 1 reports completion of recovery procedures and is departing now to join Armor 10 at Rendezvous Charlie.
Here's the Peter Piper playing the beat.
It did it again.
Is that the random Jackie Chan?
I don't get it.
Their milkshakes bring all the boys to the yard. This is the morning stream.
I don't get it. There is no Jackie Chan file here. It's gone. It's deleted from this
crazy.
thing.
That is absolutely crazy.
Some RAM thing or something. I don't know what happened there. All right. Let me try that again. The DD Mega Doodoo. One more time.
DD Mega Doodoo.
Now she works fine. Is there like an embedded? I don't get
DD
it.
Mega Doodoo playing the Peter Piper flute.
All right. Sorry. What are we doing? Oh, Steven.
We're calling Steven Schleicher. That's what we're doing.
Yeah. I love it when a plan comes together. Oh, he doesn't use Discord. What am I thinking? Let's get him.
He's a Skyper.
He's a Skyper. Always out there Skyping tickets. A surprise
stay
500
feet away from the entrance of the stadium.
There you go.
I went to the rodeo this weekend, by the way, Scott.
Shut up. You're just now telling us you went to the rodeo? Are you kidding?
I'll save for tomorrow. You know what? There wasn't really a story behind it, is the thing. But I'll tell you about the rodeo tomorrow. How's that?
I want to know about the rodeo tomorrow. All right, top of the show tomorrow. Hold us to it. Brian's talking about the rodeo. Okay.
Well, here comes Johnny with it in his hand. He's
Oh, that was so fast. We have to play this now.
Steven.
Talk about burying the lead. You're right, Nomic in the chat.
There was a story behind it. I'd love to tell it, but
it's just kind of the rodeo. Speaking of rodeos, I've seen this rodeo before. I don't know what I'm saying. Steven Schleicher's here all the way from Kansas. Hi, Steven.
Hello.
Hi. I was trying to make
this isn't his first rodeo.
No, that's it. I've seen this rodeo before. Oh, I had that so wrong. Steven Schleicher, Hayes, Kansas, the provider of such great nerd content over at majorspoilers.com. It is always good to have you here. How are you and how are things?
It's Monday, so it's good.
Good. You hydrated? Everything's hydrated?
Yeah, plenty hydration.
All right.
Listen, I got my Yeti cup with my reusable straw, and
That's so you can stay hydrated right there.
Yeah,
right there. Proof.
And sustainability too.
Yep,
so
that's right. I don't know if did I talk about this on the show, but all the restaurants downtown are doing this voluntary thing together where they call it Straw Lake City, and the whole of the downtown area, all the restaurants down there don't give you straws by default. You have to ask for them.
Yeah.
And the reason they're doing that is because apparently straws account for something like 95% of plastic garbage.
Yeah, are you just now hearing this? Because this was like such a
huge thing apparently, but I had just heard about it when Kim and I were down there 2 weeks ago.
Like Starbucks is doing it.
Starbucks did the whole. Yeah, I think that was the first place I heard about was Starbucks saying, "All right, no more these new cups that have a little protrusion lid that you can
little
tip it
sippy
up
cup.
If you want."
Yeah, it's a sippy cup for kids. But hold on, so. Do they have cool names like Straw Lake City? Like, do they call themselves Strawbucks now?
No, you guys kind of cornered the market on that.
Oh, okay.
Well done. Congratulations.
Straw Donalds? Boy, they're the real offenders, by the way, McDonald's, because they got straws the size of a freaking PVC pipe.
Is Scott making a straw man argument?
Those shakes that never get thinner as they melt.
Steven, straw man argument. Very nice.
Oh, nice. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Hey, Steven, it's good to have you here. Let's talk about the things going on in the world of nerddom. Specifically, DC Comics is now on Comixology Unlimited. This is great news for me, by the way. I'm very excited about this. Tell me about it and what do I have to pay?
If you are a casual comic reader, meaning you don't need to go to the comic book store every week or download hundreds of brand new titles every week from the Comixology app, DC has finally come on board the Comixology Unlimited service, which is $5.99 a month, and you get a sampling of back issue stuff. Marvel has been on this for a couple of years now. And then, of course, with the Comixology Unlimited, you also get a big selection of indie titles as well. And so DC Comics announced last week that they were going to now become part of DC Unlimited, and they have, I want to say, like 24 DC titles and about 15 or so DC Vertigo titles that you can then go back and check out, like the Teen Titans series that kicked off in 2016 or the Harley Quinn series. A lot of these are the New 52 2016 stuff. Batman The Long Halloween is up there. A bunch of Batman stuff, Batwoman stuff, Aquaman stuff is all there. And the library will grow over time. And so for $5.99 a month, Brian, if I'm not mistaken, aren't you on an unlimited service? Or is that just the Marvel Unlimited?
Yeah. Just Marvel Unlimited.
He does Marvel. I have Comixology Unlimited, and I like it quite a bit. In fact, what I really like is the weird stuff that shows up there that is sometimes original to the format and not tied to a publisher. Some of that stuff's really interesting. Some of it's not, but I like the variety, and this is really great news. Like the big problem I've always had with the service, I like the price. The price point's awesome. But I've never been super happy with the fact that DC was not involved in some way, and to know they are now just added a whole bunch of value to that service. Are they upping the price? Are we sticking to
No, everything's going to be $5.99 a month. You still get 30 days free trial for new members.
Yeah.
This DC Unlimited is also on Kindle Unlimited and Prime Reading, so you don't have to just be a Comixology member. If you've got Kindle Unlimited and Prime Reading, DC will be showing up there as well.
So hold on a second. I have Kindle Unlimited for books, and then I have this. Are you telling me I'm paying twice for the same thing?
Maybe. You should probably check it out and see.
Because I know in the Kindle case, they're actual books.
Yeah, they have comic books listed there, too.
Oh, I should look into that. Because I know it's all owned by Amazon now. And do you feel like the buying out of Comixology by Amazon some years ago is finally, are we finally getting to a place where they're benefiting from that purchase and we're seeing things like DC come on board, and you think it'll continue to grow, or do you feel like things have kind of gotten...
No, the biggest scare when Comixology launched, and of course they launched big and they were all over the iPad when it first came out, and people were all going crazy for this. But then people realized, oh, what if this company doesn't stick around?
Yeah.
What happens to all my purchases? What happens to those digital comics? And I know a couple of people at Comixology who used to be their big PR people, and they were always telling me as those questions started to grow in size, they were like, don't worry, people will always have access to their comics. And then 6 months later, they got bought by Amazon. So the biggest thing about Comixology being bought by Amazon is it's not a legitimization thing. It's a reassurance thing that, hey, unless Amazon's going away, Comixology isn't going away.
Yeah, and it doesn't feel like Amazon's going away.
Right.
Feels like they're going to be around for a while.
And I think, depending on anywhere from 15 to 30% of all comic sales are now digital sales. I think that's number's only going to grow over the next couple of years, and we're going to see even more people get on board. And certainly something like an unlimited service where you get to read all the comics that you want from a certain selection is going to help that.
Yeah, I agree. I'm excited about it, and I'm going to read comics today. I'm actually pop my iPad open and fire up that app. That's what I'm going to do.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of comics, it's not on Comixology Unlimited, but I know you were talking, what was it, a couple of weeks ago, I think on Recommendals, about how you were watching Robotech again.
Oh, yeah, I totally
on Netflix.
Uh-huh.
There is a Robotech series that is out from Titan Comics. The new issue comes out this week, issue number 16. But it's basically retelling that entire Robotech saga in comic book form, if you want to check that out.
Does it show nudie butts and side boob?
I don't think it does.
Okay. Because this thing had just a brief scene of nudie butt and side boob.
Well, I hope they weren't at the swimming pool.
The new buddy cop show, nudie butt and side boob.
That's right. He's cashing checks. His nudie butt can't cash. All right. Well, that's fantastic. Tell me about Aquaman and where we're at now. I'm kind of bugged how long it's been in the number one spot because there's a couple of movies just under it that deserve to be there, in my opinion. But
right. Well, it didn't hit number one this weekend. It was beat out by the Upside with Kevin Hart and
Walter White.
Walter White, Bryan Cranston.
Yeah.
But it did hit number two, and it did cross the $1 billion global box office threshold, which I want to say the only other movie that's done that from Warner Brothers recently is The Dark Knight Rises in 2012. And this is only the fifth Warner Brothers release to do that when you don't count inflation. So that's a pretty big deal for everybody who's saying that DC's never going to have a good comic book movie. Well, worldwide box office at $1 billion is nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah. Both audience score and critic score for Upside, not so hot.
Not
so
good, 39%.
Probably won't be there very long, but
just 1% over Glass.
Yeah, I was gonna say the big disappointment for me in the last few days is hearing the Glass from people I trust, not just reviews, people I talk to who share kind of where I'm at with movies, who love Unbreakable, who really like the other one. What's it called? The Split. Are all bummed out. They all did not like Glass. They all saw the premiere in LA and they came out of there going, dude, what the crap. So now I'm nervous. Now I don't want to see it in theaters. I don't want to spend my money if it's poo. Have you heard anything about it being poo?
I have not.
All right. Well, maybe they're all wrong. Maybe the world is wrong.
I know Sam Jackson was on Twitter or had a quote or something the other day saying that M. Night Shyamalan is less dictatorial in his directing style now that he's mellowed out over these last 20 years.
And that maybe is the movie has suffered because of that.
I don't know.
Here's a biting quote. As we so often say with Shyamalan, maybe next time. ... Oh, that's rough, man.
Wow.
That is. Bums me out to no end. Everyone's telling me. Everyone I know who's seen it just say it's garbage poop, and it really bums me out.
We've got our AMC A list, so we'll absolutely see it in the theaters just because it'll be like, all right, well let's see that, because we've pretty much seen almost all the ones we think are going to be Best Picture nominees. I think Black Klansman is and maybe On the Basis of Sex.
Oh man, that is really good.
Black
Klansman?
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I've heard it's great.
Yeah, that's what I hear, but it's already streaming, so we don't have to go to the theaters for that.
Is that the Spike Lee business?
Yes, it is.
It's Spike Lee and Kylo Ren.
Oh, right. Yeah, I want to see that.
And Steve Buscemi is in there for like a brief, half
is
second.
He really? Oh, cool.
Yeah, then it's got Topher Grace as what's his name, KKK leader.
Venom. Oh,
really? Duke? David Duke?
Yeah, David Duke.
David Duke.
Yeah, it's really amazing. And then so after you watch Black Klansman, go and listen to Topher Grace's Fresh Air segment, where he talks about everything he had to do to get into that David Duke role, and it's fascinating.
David Duke grosses me out like almost no other.
Oh yeah, this is a hard movie to. I mean, it's a hard movie to watch, but it's also Spike Lee is. I don't want to say distorting, but he is definitely looking at this incident through the lens of today. So you're going to say, "Oh yeah, okay, this is not about something that happened in the 70s. This is about something that's happening right now."
It's looking in the mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what he does. Those are the movies.
I do love the one of the reviews. I don't know what got me off on this, but one of the reviews for A Dog's Way Home. One of them says, although it might be a stretch to categorize this as a movie, A Dog's Way Home is harmless enough and a nice little adventure that's fit for the whole family.
Wow.
A stretch to categorize this as a movie.
Well, what else would it...
I don't know.
That's a weird thing for them to say. Is that out then, that dog thing?
I think it comes out this weekend, or did it come out last weekend?
Let's see.
No, it's out. It came out last weekend.
Okay. So we got your
60% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's doing better than Glass or Escape
That's disappointing.
Room. Yeah,
that is really disappointing. Oh my God! I know when you put it.
I can't believe.
Boy, the people who give it a bad review give it a really bad review.
The two highest reviewed movies in the top 10 in the box office right now are 97% for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Well deserved.
And 92% for Bumblebee. I also think well deserved. I think that's awesome. Look at those two movies up there, nerding it out, getting the best reviews. It's fantastic. All right.
Yep.
And The Basis of Sex. What the hell's that? What's the deal there?
Ruth Bader Ginsburg biopic.
Oh, right.
With a really bad name. It's a horrible name for a movie, I think.
Well, it's evocative in the wrong way.
Yeah, you don't think of it as the Ruth Bader Ginsburg biopic.
Yeah, I kind of want to see
Felicity Jones.
Hello. All right, well, that's excellent. Anything else going on, Stephen, on the site, or anything you want people to be poking their nose into?
This week, I don't think so. I think it's all podcasting, lots of stuff to listen to on the Major Spoilers Podcast Network. And that's about it. Some good stuff on the way.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. Always check it out at majorspoilers.com. And if you're feeling frosty, check out Major Spoilers on Twitter. That's Stephen behind that name. He'll give you some love. Stephen, have a fantastic day. And any advice for us before you go?
Stay hydrated.
Thank you. Bye. Ooh, he made a noise.
I think he was slurping.
I don't think I like that.
Yeah.
That's fine. All right. Let's call... Wait, why won't it call him? Oh, there we go. Let's call Daryl. See what's up with him. Oh, he's so fast on the draw. Hi, Daryl. Are you there?
I am.
Oh, good. That's fantastic. I got a new thing for you. Hold on. Let's see. Well, it's not new, but I got a thing I want to play. Here we go.
How can you screw up a hamburger?
That's a good way to start things.
True.
Daryl
Totally
Steele here for the Star Trek Talking. That's right. We talk to the Trek nerd about all things Star Trek here on Mondays, at least when there's stuff to talk about, and turns out there is, which is just fantastic.
Yeah, there's a bucket of it.
Yeah, so let's get into it. Picard Show has been linked with destruction of Romulus. Now, you seem to be poo-pooing this all over Twitter because it's tied to the stuff that happened in the JJ verse, and you're not happy about that.
Well, I'm not exactly right about that.
Okay.
It's tied to the destruction of Romulus, but only who went through there? Spock and two people went through the portal thingy.
Yeah.
And ended up in the alternate universe, but not Picard didn't go through there, so he's still here in this universe.
Oh wait, so Romulus was
there's still a Picard in that universe, though.
Well, there is, but we're not following him.
Right. We're not going with that Picard. That Picard's off doing
how
his own
do we
thing.
know?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, okay, because in Next Generation universe, that there is a Romulus.
So,
I see what you're saying.
So if okay, but Romulus in the Prime universe was destroyed then?
That's what they're saying, yeah.
Okay. So if
really?
So if Romulus was destroyed and those factories that make the shoulder pads for the uniforms all destroyed, then that means that there's no Romulus in the Prime universe, but it does exist in the JJ verse, or no?
I guess it's destroyed in both universes.
Okay.
I'd have to watch that movie again. I only saw it once.
Is it the one with the red? You got the red goo and
the red poop bubble that he shoots into it, the dark matter. Yes.
The red poop bubble. Ew. All right. So if that's the case, that's interesting because, well, A, it keeps him in the Prime universe, which I know a lot of fans are excited about or happy with. But I think it's okay if they can, they dip around in history a little bit and go, okay, well, this one thing that happened, we'll pull from that, even though it was mainly a plot point of a film that, isn't about us or, isn't part of our line or whatever. I'm okay with that. Yeah. That's all right.
I kind of wish it wasn't, but we'll see.
You know what? In this universe, Star Trek Nemesis never existed.
I love that movie, though. See, I'm one of the few.
Oh, yeah, you know what? It's Insurrection that I wish didn't exist. That's right.
Insurrection.
Star Trek Nemesis was a good one.
Yeah, I like Nemesis. And Insurrection was okay. Insurrection played like a TV episode. It wasn't that great.
Yeah, exactly. That was my complaint about it.
Yeah.
Just give us a TV episode.
Basically, yeah. Especially on the heels of, what was it, Episode 8, which was First Contact, which was so cool and exciting and awesome. And then the next one was just like, oh, may as well have Dr. Crusher go back to find her grandma and go,
right. Oh, no.
Exactly. Yeah. Will Geordi find love in the holodeck?
Yeah. Only with this robot lady who has half the personality. I hate that episode. Ugh. Anyway, so that's good. I guess we don't know anything else, though. We just know it's linked with that destruction, and that's it?
Yeah. Okay. We don't know a lot.
So
it's Prime Universe. We know that.
What if it's him digging around in the rubble, going, let's see what we got here. We got here's a Romulan face, and I found a Romulan set of car keys.
Well, it could be, because he was always into the archaeology stuff.
Yeah, that's true. That's an interesting
And this was
point.
supposed to take place 20 years after the last movie.
They need to hurry up with this. He's not getting younger, and neither am I. Okay?
Yeah.
There are 4 good years before I retire.
There are 5 of them. No, I only see 4. All right, how about this one? There's a new kids cartoon series in the works. Tell me about this. Little bobbly-headed Kirk running around saving the universe, or what?
Well, it could be. There is the the animated series, but I guess that's not especially for kids. But then this other one is. Whatever that means.
Well, they call it Star Trek, especially for kids. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
So, do we know anything about it? Like plot or character or nothing? We don't know nothing.
We know nothing.
For kids, interesting. And also,
yeah, which is weird to me, because kids get stuff. They don't need a special show just for them.
No, and also Star Trek has never been, I don't know, maybe there's stuff in Discovery that's objectionable for kids, I guess.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like if you sit a kid down and watch TNG, just about the worst it gets is when they go to Ryza and everyone's wearing like thong pants or whatever.
Nothing underneath them.
Yeah. Other than that, it's pretty mild stuff.
I mean, I feel like. Do you feel like Star Wars Rebels and Clone Wars was directed at kids, or do you think it was kind of straddled a line between both kids and adult?
If it was
aimed towards kids,
if I was to answer that, I would say it straddled the line really well, and I think it appealed to lifelong fans of the series and gave them what they wanted, but it was also very approachable by kids, which Star Wars has always been anyway. So I think they did a really good job of that. I mean, it could be cool. I just don't want it to be pandery,
Yes, right.
Going.
Yeah. What we learned from this episode is that stealing is bad, even if it's from an alien.
Yeah. What I want is a cartoon of a grumpy Shatner type. I want Shatner to do the voice.
Sabotage.
Sabotage. And I want him to be inside the wrinkle, or what was the thing in the sky in was like the ribbon,
the singularity or whatever.
The Nexus, that's it.
The Nexus, that's it. Yeah.
I want it to be him up there chopping wood and feeding horses and stuff and just being pissy and just going on for eternity. Just him up there going, I gotta go into town. Like I just want him to be just a cranky old fart. That's the cartoon I want. It's not gonna
kids don't like that.
Yeah. Kirk in the Nexus. All right, and then there's that cartoon short treks. There's that stuff coming at the end of season 2 of Discovery. What are these now? Are these separate from the 2 other cartoons or something else?
It kind of sounds like it's a prequel to the cartoon, the the more adult-themed cartoons.
Okay. I'm
so
down
kind
with
of like the Animatrix of Star Trek.
Brian, that's a great idea.
It might be.
That'd be the way to do it. I mean, that's the only thing that came the only thing good that happened after the Matrix. Was Animatrix.
That's true. I can still watch that. It's so cool.
Yeah.
And then the really goofy version is the Animatriacs.
Yeah, the Animatrix. There you go. They're goofy. They're stupid. They're going on a trick.
Hello, Neo.
All right. One other thing, chat room just said every episode of this Kirk cartoon I suggested should be him fixing those eggs. That's right. That's the nexus. It's just it's like Groundhog Day. Every day Kirk wakes up and he's making eggs and chopping wood and he doesn't know why. There's your show. Screw all this other stuff. And then Star Trek. This was big news all week. Star Trek 4 got shelved. It's not happening, or at least not right away. Now this isn't the Tarantino one, is it? Or is it?
Well, I guess it is. It's both of them. It's all movies.
Crap.
For now.
I really want this. The Tarantino thing, I mean. Why? What's the deal? How come they've shelved it?
Well,
is it an unwrapped video game in Brian's life? Did it just get put on the shelf?
I don't think that the Tarantino one was moving very quickly.
That it never even had a case to get wrapped in plastic.
That's a good point.
And the other one, the two high-paid people, I mean, they're too good for Trek now.
Who, Pine and Hemsworth?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, don't have the story around Hemsworth then. You don't need his dad, or hire another dad. Nobody cared about Chris Hemsworth then. He was on there for 5 seconds going, we're going to ram it. Are you sure, sir? Beep, boop, beep. And then they rammed into a thing and they were done. They don't need Hemsworth. Just CGI up a guy that sort of looks like, you know what? Hire one of the lesser Hemsworths. Hire Guido.
There's a whole bunch of them. There's a whole litter of them.
There's Billy Bob and
the one that's on Westworld. He's not doing anything right now. Just get him in there. All right.
I think that it was also shelved because they're developing a lot of stuff for TV, and they don't want too much Trek out there. People get tired of it.
Yeah, they're probably there's a little bit of that happened with Star Wars, I think, and they're probably being a little cautious with their lesser blockbuster franchise. And then also in Discovery Season 2, Spock is in a battle between his human and Vulcan halves.
Yeah, the Spock that we're seeing pictures of with the beard and messy hair, I guess he's kind of nuts.
Is that his human? That's his barista side, or what is that? What are we getting there?
Well, that's probably his human side, and he's at war with himself. Like he said before on TOS, that he's constantly at war with himself, and so I think we're seeing old Spock become a new Spock during Season 2.
Okay, I can't tell how I feel about that yet. It's something about that annoys me, but also I kind of want to see if they can do a cool job with it. But I don't need Mr. Split Personality Spock running around going, I'm trying to be logical about this, but I just want to party, or whatever the other side has to do.
Oh, God.
Like, it's going to get weird. So
I hope not. I hope they do a good job with it. I don't want to see them rewrite history and say, it's always been this way, and here's why you never knew this.
Yeah. Right. I don't like the retconning when that happens. It bugs me.
Yeah.
They do that a lot. I think they've done enough. They don't need to do any more of it, especially with main characters like Spock. Leave that guy alone. All right. That's all coming soon. Isn't that this month? When are we getting that?
Yeah, in 4 days.
Oh, my gosh, dude.
Right. Yes.
Brian, all this talking to Daryl, we're suddenly getting the thing we've been talking about?
Finally, yes. It's funny because it was usually on Sundays, and it'll probably be on Sundays after, this will be the premiere, but then we'll get episode 2 the following Sunday, right?
I think it's something like that, yeah.
All right. Oh, that's called Colinar, Dice Tomato says. That's the fight between your...
No, that's where you find your logic and you go off to Yellowstone Park and stand in the bubbly stuff.
Oh.
But from what am I saying? The movie.
TOS?
TMP.
TMP,
the motion picture.
Really?
That's where you go off and find your logic.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Right. Got it. Kolinar is the purge of emotion, Dice Tomato says.
Yeah.
Okay, that's different than him
So
having a fight between
this
his...
must be
whatever.
before that.
All right.
Before he did that.
Yeah, and did he have a beard in that, Dice Tomato, in the first movie? For a hot second? Like, just for a minute?
No, not even. That was McCoy that had the crazy beard.
Oh, right. McCoy showed up because he was drinking a lot and wasn't really working, and he was scared of the teleporters and stuff.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, it would be too after what happened in Star Trek: The Motion Picture.
If it didn't take me so long to draw, I'd do more of these what I remember about movies. Because that would
be great. Because they'd be all wrong.
Oh, they'd be all wrong. But the one I did for Back to the Future was really fun. And I basically just dictated into a microphone what I remember from the movie, and then later went and drew a bunch of drawings for it, and then quick edited it all together. Turns out that takes a lot of work.
Yeah, it does. Sure.
More than I thought. So if there are any aspiring artist animators out there who want to do a cool thing, let me know. Well, and I'll tell you what I remember about the original movie from Star Wars, or Trek, which is almost nothing. Oh my gosh, the dogs are losing it. Why? What's going on up there? Oh my lord. All right, I'll fix that later. Daryl, these are all fine things. People should check them out, and if they want to follow Daryl and his thinkings and his thoughts and his stuff he has to say about all these things going on, you can check him out at The Trek Nerd on Twitter and This Week in Trek at thisweekintrek.com. A fantastic podcast all about all things Star Trek. What are you guys doing next? What's your next episode?
Oh, you'll love this. It's Shades of Grey, the terrible motion picture, or not. Jeez, I'm all goofy. The Next Generation. It's a clip show.
Oh, the clip show. I hate the clip show.
Yeah.
You guys are going to watch... Oh,
there was a Shades of Grey. There was a clip show, a Star Trek clip show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
End of season 2, was it?
Remember that time we...
I don't even think Picard was there. I think it was like Riker and 2 other people hanging around, wasn't it?
Picard was there. It was Riker and the doctor everybody hates.
Pulaski.
Yeah.
Pulaski.
Yeah. I don't hate her. She's all right.
And, jeez, I'm bad with names today.
Troy.
Troy's there.
Deanna Troy's there.
And that's all you get.
Captain, I'm feeling funny. That's what she says. Hey, that's great. Well, I hate that episode so bad. Maybe I'll listen to this thing and see what you guys say about it, because it's really bad. It really is a clip show. It goes back and just shows clips in the previous 2 seasons. It's broken. It's bad. Anyway.
Yeah, that should be fun.
They never did that again, right? That was the last time they pulled something like that, as far as I know.
Yeah.
That's it. Thank you, Daryl, for being here. Do you have any final words before I cut you off?
Just gaga.
Oh, got him before we finished.
There it is right here. Filmed during the series, the only clip show filmed during the series was created due to a lack of funds left over from other episodes during the season.
Really? Really? Like they didn't have any money left?
They ran out of money.
That's funny.
So they did regarded as the worst ever Next Generation episode. The writers, directors, producers of the series look bad with it. Even Marina Sirtis and Diana Muldaur seem to be trying too hard to make the paper-thin storyline work.
Worse than the one where her grandma dies or the grandma ghost comes back? Because that's a really bad episode.
Yeah. Apparently just slightly worse than that.
I don't even think that's film sack worthy. It just sounds terrible.
You know what? It would be a great one for Film Sec because it'd be like watching a whole bunch of Star Trek episodes all in one.
Well, that's a good point. All right. Well, we're going to finish things today with a mashup from episode 1626 to 1630. This is called Butcher in a Coma. I don't know what.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I don't remember what this is about, but
it already made me want to sing it, so that made me remember what it's about.
Yeah, I'm guessing we're going to get a little bit of Brian's Morrissey in here, which is great. So let's play it and see what we get. Here we go. Excuse me. Neanderleser Stickling King.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Thank you.
This is ground control to Major Tom.
You can't finish the song.
You need to pay your balance, because we've only got 5 minutes left of Skype.
It's not as good as Hangouts. Don't believe the hype. We have the gas.
Yeah, at the old place I had gas, and that was great. Oh, well, what did I just
No,
say?
that's a good one. I'm going to capture it out myself. Jamie, you can have it too, but I'm going to do it also. I can swallow this now.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
Just pee in the wine bottle like a normal person.
Yeah.
And you feel the love tonight. The sweetest taboo.
Sweetest taboo. You're giving me. He's giving me.
In love with you.
And all the monkeys come jumping at. They jump on your head and start kicking your brain around. I've been there. It's just like a little rear butt thing, and that's it. There's like nothing.
Scott, don't ever stop describing nudity with way more words than need to be used.
Oh my gosh, I got up and urinated on the tree. Hardened, fat, oil, and wet wipes. Don't forget to bring a sanitary towel.
Bring by KFC on your way back to the White House, please.
I'm going to build a fatberg.
4 double downs. Melania, you want anything?
Mexico's going to pay for it, for the entire fatberg.
I'm going to eat this bucket of chicken and the Colonel's going to pay for it.
Sail on peanuts on aisle 4.
And heaven knows Kellogg's cereals are
half off only this week.
And we're miserable now. Pictures in a coma, I know it's serious.
Are you happy with yourself, Monica?
You asked for it.
Do you see what you've done? Nice job.
That's right.
Oh, good one, man. I don't remember saying any of it. None of it. Always
it's kind of a good show. When we hear all these things and it's like we're hearing it for the first time, like, we said that we talked about that fat oil and wet wipes berg under London.
Yeah, the Fatberg. That's still that was all over the place. My mom asked me about it. Did you hear about the
series of London?
It needed to be done.
It needed to be done. Well, there's a future mashup to be made, so why not?
Yeah, that's right.
Speaking of my mom, because I said she mentioned it.
Yes.
She's going in for surgery today to have her, what is it? Oh, her knee done. She's having a knee thing. So, hey, Mom, wishing you good vibes. Should go well. Just don't.
We're going to build her stronger, better, faster.
Yeah, bionic knee. My mom will walk out of there like a champ, I hope. Well, she won't be walking
out of there and
for
you
a
hear
while.
Chi-chi-chi-chi-chi. That's the $6 million man sound when he was jumping and stuff.
It's like na 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 na. It's not chi-chi-chi-chi, is it?
Chi-chi-chi.
Hold on. $1 million man
You're
sound.
gonna hear a sound effect that isn't some guy in a microphone making a noise.
Well, let's see what it is. Okay, here's.
How would Michael Winslow do it?
Well, he'd probably go. Oh, come on. YouTube's freaking
That's
out.
definitely closer to chi-chi-chi-chi than na-na-na-na-na.
Okay, let's try it one more time. This site sucks. Okay, there we go. Okay, play. You know, it is closer to chi-chi-chi.
Way more chi-chi-chi-chi than na-na-na-na-na-na.
No, you're right. You're right. And the chat room says they think it's na-na-na too, but I think I agree with Brian now. Brian's right. I think what we're all thinking of? We're all thinking of
you're thinking of Bill Murray.
Caddyshack.
Oh, you're thinking of Batman.
No, I'm thinking of Caddyshack with Steve Martin.
With Bill Murray.
Not Bill Murray. Chevy Chase does it, doesn't he?
Oh, right. No.
When he's golfing.
Yeah.
He goes, no, hit it and go and do the thing. That's what I think's going on. Batman. What is Batman? Batman does that?
It's like the Laurel and whatchamacallit debate.
I don't. When does Batman make that sound?
No. Come on. Oh, come on now.
I thought you meant when he's like fighting, it would be a sound effect, not the music. I wasn't thinking. Oh my gosh. All right.
Did you hear the new, by the way, there's the whole new debate, like the what color is this dress? And you're hearing Yanny Laurel or whatever. It's the Craigslist surfboard. Are there bumps or divots?
Bumps or divots?
Yes.
No, send me that.
I'm finding it right now.
Oh, where it's like a invert, or they're like concave and then convex.
Right. Somebody. Here we go.
Put it in chat.
I'm putting it in chat. This is dumb because, well, I say it's dumb because there's only one. Like I see one thing. There's no way it's anything else. But people are saying that it's that these are bumps. These are clearly grooves.
All right. Let me look. See if Brian and I agree. Oh, they're 100% grooves. Oh,
Yeah.
but now that you just say bumps, now I'm seeing bumps. Oh, that's
Can you
weird.
see bumps? I cannot see bumps.
Yeah, now only when you said it. But now let me go away. Okay, now we look at it again and think grooves. Oh, I totally see grooves again.
Yeah, I can't force my mind to see those as protrusions off the surfboard. I can only see.
Weird. This kind of stuff is so weird. Okay, now I see bumps again. It's going back and forth.
I just can't do it. I can't make myself see bumps.
But I will tell you immediately, my first thing was I saw grooves like you.
They look like little, like places where he's run into rocks and it's gotten filled with wax from the surfboard wax. I can't.
We did talk about the Grover thing, didn't we? We did. Did we talk about the Grover thing? Or did I just play it here? I think I just played it. Have you heard this? Okay, I'm going to play it.
Yes, that's an excellent idea.
Whoops, that's the one with the beep in it. Well, some people think he says that's an effing excellent idea. Others say that's just an excellent or something. But if you
like
listen,
actually saying effing, not
yes. Let me find the real
saying
clip.
the actual word. Okay,
Grover. You don't want to know what I just searched for. Okay, here we go.
You searched for Grover effing, didn't you?
I might.
And I bet you got a lot of weird pictures.
I think I got what I needed. All right, here we go. I'm going to play this. So he's on Sesame Street. He says this.
Okay.
Move it to follow you.
Move the camera. Yes, that sounds like an excellent idea.
All right. So it sounds like he's saying that's an excellent idea.
It does, yes. Oh, it totally does.
But what he's really actually saying is, hold on, let me find the right one so I say this right. Yes, that sounds like an excellent idea. Now tell me how you hear it. So if now we think he says that
what am I
sounds
listening for?
You're
That's
listening
an excellent idea?
That sounds like an excellent idea.
Okay. All right.
Here goes.
Move it to follow you.
Move the camera. Yes, that sounds like an excellent idea.
Oh yeah. Now I can totally hear that sounds like an excellent idea.
Now listen to the effing part again. You'll hear the effing. So think the F word. Here goes.
Okay. All right.
To follow you.
Move the camera. Yes, that sounds like an excellent idea.
That is all right. That one way better than the Laurel and Yanny.
Yeah.
Way better than Green Torpedo or Green Needle and whatever it was.
Green
Brainstorm,
Torpedo.
Green Torpedo. By the way,
yeah.
Just announced. This is hot off the presses, thanks to Daryl.
Okay.
Michelle Yeoh from Star Trek. She's Captain Giorgio. Is working on a Star Trek spin-off in development at CBS All Access. So this would be a spin-off of Captain Giorgio, the late captain from the Discovery.
I thought this was already announced like months ago.
No, it's
maybe it was just a rumor.
Yeah, maybe just a rumor, but it's official now. Oh, that's the deal. It's official. It was rumored and now it's official.
Oh, okay. Boy, they really are going all out on there, aren't they?
They really are. They want people to start, hey, they do this, I'll sign back up for CBS All Access. I mean, I guess I will.
Yeah.
Because of Discovery starting back up, but
it makes me want to watch Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon again.
You should watch Crazy Rich Agents.
Agents?
Crazy Rich Asians.
Asians.
Damn it.
Hey, the tiger was a cheetah.
Crazy Rich Asians.
All
there
right.
we go.
Agents just did not want to leave.
Crazy. I know. I could only say Crazy Rich Agents.
That was really good. All right. That's going to do it for today's show. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Patreon.com/TMS is how you support us. And if you're looking for everything else, go to frogpants.com/TMS. You'll find that there also. And send us your emails, themorningstream@gmail.com. And come back tomorrow for a brand new show with all the stuff we usually have on Tuesdays. We should get out of here. Do you have a song to get out of here on?
I do. I have a cover of one of my favorite Queen songs of all time.
What?
Luke wrote in, said, "Hello, Swiss and Brie. It's time for my yearly song request for my birthday, which was yesterday, the 13th. I've requested a cover of a song by Queen for the past few years, and this year is no exception. Thank you for all the great things you both do, and big thanks to the greatest community on the interwebs. Hear, hear. The Tadpool." Going out to Luke, a whatnot, when he's in the Tadpool. He specifically requested a cover of the Queen song 39, or any cover of a Queen song not played before. No, are you kidding me? You give me the opportunity to play 39, I'm going to play a cover of 39 because it's one of my favorite Queen songs. It's like, this is Brian May songwriting at its most brilliant, because it's about it's told like it's a sailing ship, but it's a space vessel that leaves Earth, comes back, and it's, decades later, and his daughter is, everybody he knew is gone, but his daughter's now older, and it's really, really cool. The song's called 39. This version is by Pretty Maids from their 1993 album Stripped. Here is 39.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
I'll fight back butt naked.